Hello and welcome back, dear friends, dear viewers. In today's video, again, we will talk about Chess Olympiad, about the results, about the pairings, and some some of the games from Chess Olympiad. Let's go. Yes, in men's section, round three, we see the following results. We see that the US crushed Bulgaria, three and a half. We see that Hungary managed to win against Austria. Yes, only uh, Benjamin Gledura won against Felix Blochberger. Yes, very nice game by Benjamin. Nice prep, and I was planning to show that game, but then uh, I saw the recap of Felix Blochberger in his YouTube channel, so I'm recommending to all of you, dear viewers, Felix channel. And then we are having India, Hungary B. Uh, India crushed three and a half. We see China won against Slovenia. We see Uzbekistan, Croatia three and a half. And a big surprise uh, happened in Italy, Netherlands. Obviously, Netherlands were clear favorites of this match, but as you can see, they lost 3-1. And then another surprise, Germany lost against Lithuania. We see that on board one, Vincent lost with the black pieces against Titas. And England, Denmark draw, Iran, Georgia draw, Poland won against Argentina, Azerbaijan won against Moldova, Spain won against Cuba, France lost against Montenegro. Yes, I think it is obvious that France were the favorites of this match, but they lost. Ukraine won, but unfortunately, legendary Vasily Ivanchuk lost his game. I will show last part of that game. And then Serbia managed to win against Switzerland with the huge efforts of Alexander Indic. And then Armenia won against Brazil without much problems. Two wins with the white pieces, two draws with the black pieces. Romania lost against Sweden, another big surprise. Romania were rating favorites of this match, but surprisingly they lost. Vietnam has won against Kazakhstan, and we see uh, Turkey, Slovakia draw. So in all boards you can see results, decisive results. It is very interesting that the young generation of Turkish player, especially Gurel and Erdogmus, managed to win their games, but older generation lost. Yilmaz and Sana. World X champion Magnus Carlsen played his first game. Probably some of you or many of you heard that he was being late and um, he biked um, to the playing venue. Yes, but hopefully Norway crushed three and a half against Colombia. Yes, another surprise. Canada won 2.5, 1.5 against Czech Republic. Yes, despite on board one, Navarra won very impressive game. And then Mongolia, Israel, we have 2-2. We have Greece, Ireland. Greece has won. And then Latvia won against Venezuela. Of course, I will not take much of your time and go to all all the matches. I will leave in the description link, and you can uh, check further if you are interested. Let's also see the pairings for uh, fourth round. Yes, we see US playing Ukraine, Hungary, Italy, Serbia, India, China, Armenia, Vietnam, Uzbekistan, Poland, Lithuania, Montenegro, Azerbaijan, Sweden, Spain, and all these teams are having 100% of points. Yes, let's move to the women's section and see the results. Yes, here we see that despite Alexandra Kostyanyuk managed to win her game against Harika Durnavalli, but Switzerland has lost against India. Uzbekistan won against Hungary, despite Hungary were clear rating favorites, but Uzbekistan impressed everyone. So Georgia, Romania 2-2, Poland, Greece 2-2, China, Italy, China crushed 3.5. Ukraine won against Israel 1-3. Azerbaijan, Argentina 2-2. I think this is being some surprise. And then we see United States crushed Canada 3.5. See Germany, Slovenia 2-2, which is some achievement for Slovenian women's team. We see Cuba, Spain. Spain won 3-1. We see Kazakhstan, Austria 3-1, which was more or less expected that Kazakhstan will win because uh, they are rating favorites. And then we see Hungary beat Armenia. Armenia won 3-1. And Bulgaria, Slovakia 3-1. Yes, it was more or less expected. And Sweden, France. France won 3-1 against Sweden. And let's see the pairings for fourth round. See India, France, uh, and then Denmark, Hungary, England, China, Ukraine, Turkey, United States, Netherlands, Spain, Mongolia, and Serbia, Kazakhstan, Armenia, Vietnam, Uzbekistan, Bulgaria. All these teams are having 100% of points, and many interesting pairings and matches are waiting us. So I want to show you this game and some of the games. So here we see Ukraine Australia match, and the legendary Vasily Ivanchuk was playing white pieces against Bobby Chen, and obviously white is being better because of pair of bishops. b5, queen e7, bishop d4, attacking the pawn and protecting the pawn, and queen g4, maybe b takes, queen d3, but in time travel, probably it was very hard to figure out. So queen g4, here g6 is possible, but knight f6, queen f4, knight d5, and you can see that if Mr. Ivanchuk would have liked to finish the game, he could just force a draw, but he went taking on f6, queen f4, queen e7, b takes, bishop e4, g5. Yes, position is around equal, like any any move almost, and here I don't know why it was move number 39 and legendary Vasily Ivanchuk went wrong by taking bishop c6 and blundering knight d4, and probably here he just did not see that knight is taking back on c6 and queen on e6 is protected. And here he resigned. Despite this game, Ukraine managed to win 2.5, 1.5. Yes, some games which really impressed me. Uh, yes, it was Wesley saw against Arkadin Naidic, US against Bulgaria, and Wesley decided not to castle and just making useful moves like a3 to always have bishop a2 after knight a5, bishop e3. Anyway, black is almost ready for knight b6 ideas. That's why bishop a2, knight e2, bishop e6, bishop takes, h4, d5, knight g3, h6, stopping knight g5 ideas, and knight g1. Very interesting move. White is being very slightly better with the ideas queen g4 to play. So king h8, queen g4, and here let's say black could simply continue queen e8. Of course, queen takes e6 is not possible because of bishop b4, and white is being very tiny better. Game goes on, playable position. Yes, Wesley had intention to go, of course, knight f3 back, but here knight h1, knight d4, and after takes knight f3 position was completely winning for white. White is threatening knight d5, knight h5, so bishop d6, knight h5, and d5, and here you can see that black does not have enough squares for the 6 bishop. So takes f4, rook d1, and king f1, very classy move with the threat of rook e1. Yes, and then f5. Yes, the rest was still and here knight resigned. So I will not be showing this game because you can find it uh, in Felix YouTube channel where he analyzes and covers his game very properly. Yes, I want to show you this game. I'm very much impressed by the level of prep by Lodici Lorenzo. So it was Italy, Netherlands. So board one, and Lodici was facing Giri. So d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight c3, bishop b4, e3. Many options are possible for black. b6. Yes, I think in round one, Arjun played the same move b6 against lower rated opponent, and after knight e2, knight e4 was played in that game. So bishop d3, bishop b7, and here we see that knight f3 is being the strongest. Yes, knight e2. Hard to say was Lorenzo in his prep or he was just playing over the board. Most likely he was in his prep. And you can see that already bishop g2 is being the most principal move. Rook d1, bishop f3. Yes, not really sure why rook takes g7 is not working. Maybe because of some knight g4, I guess. Yes, rook g3, bishop takes, b takes, bishop e4. Yes, if you take rook g7, maybe some bishop g6 ideas can be there. Yes, bishop g6 ideas are there. So queen c2, takes. And now, yes, we see that Lorenzo did not really spend any time. And Anish already spent around half an hour. Yes, knight h5, rook h3, g6, e4. Anish managed to find some good moves. b6, not the strongest according to the engines. So d6, knight g3, knight takes g3, queen takes g3, and here knight d7 would have been enough. Like it's fine. For some reason, Anish was afraid of going knight d7 and he played f6, bishop h6, and here again some moves are possible, queen e7 or queen d7. Anish played rook g8 and probably he just, you can see that Anish is already having 34 minutes and after e5 black is in huge trouble. Takes bishop g5, not the strongest, queen h4 would have been stronger, and the point is being if you castle alongside then queen h4 ideas are coming and rook f3. Now engine shows that rook f8 would have been the strongest, queen h4, h6. But here Anish went, I think he maybe blundered his capture or he did not evaluate it uh, precisely because this position is completely lost and rook f1 comes. Material is even, both white rooks are very active, so white is threatening to go rook f7. So Anish went this and then trying to find a square for the king, but yes, white is just attacking the pawns and collecting many of them. And here Anish resigned. Yes, very impressive win by Lorenzo. Yes, again, such a strong, solid, and expert of openings like Giri. Yes, probably game of the day. We can consider this one: Sweden against Romania, Eric Blomqvist against Kirill Shevchenko. So Rouser or classical variation, a6 bishop d7 takes, yes, king b1 is another option, f4 is also possible, bishop e7, king b1, yes, queen is c7, h6, bishop e3, d5 can also be played. Yes, h4, here you see that long castle is possible option, h6, bishop e3, again d5, e5, knight d7, because d5, e5, queen e5, there is bishop f4, standard idea. So b5, knight e2, knight is heading to e4, knight d7, knight d4, bishop b7, and I like white's decision of going c4. Usually in similar positions, white is going g4, g5, but here c4. It takes bishop takes c4, and now queen c4 does not work because of rook c1, and queen is trapped. Short castle, rook c1, and you can already see that black is in huge trouble. And here bishop takes h6. Queen takes h6, and most likely Kirill did not see or did not calculate properly this knight takes c6, and here rook c2 or bishop b3, e5. And if d takes c, rook h3 comes, if knight e5, then queen f6 comes, and here rook c2. So rook b8, check, check, knight takes f8, yes. Some other options are also possible. So with the queen on g5, bishop d3 move is there. Check, and just taking on d7. Bishop takes f7. Not rook c8 because of queen b2. Bishop g6, stopping bishop f5. Threatening rook h7. And rook h7, rook h8, and doesn't matter how do you take. Queen h7, checkmate. Very beautiful game, very nice, nicely played game by Eric Blomqvist. Yes, I like many of his decisions. It's hard to say what happened and where Vincent Lemmer went wrong in this game. So Lithuania, Germany. Yes, h6. Gukesh played the same move against uh, player from Iceland. 25-50. So g3, bishop b4, bishop e7, bishop g2 d5, queen c2, short castle c6. I think in Gukier's game they also got this position. And yes, Catalan takes knight d7, c takes d4, d4, rook takes d4, g5, bishop e3, bishop c5, queen e2. Yes, Titas knew, and I'm not sure about Vincent knew all this. So queen e8, and you can see that the best would have been queen e7, or maybe taking and going bishop a6, which is very risky. Yes, rook d2, rook d6 would have been stronger. Yes, if bishop e3, then rook takes d7. Yes, and now black is being in some trouble. G takes, knight g6 would have been stronger. And e5, threatening some knight e4. Yes, c4. Bishop takes e4, rook e4, and queen f6. Position is slightly unpleasant for black, but according to engines, black is doing fine. c4, huge mistake. And now rook takes c6, f7, and Vincent resigned. Very painful game for him. And I think this is the most painful game and painful close for of the round. So it was Lithuania, Germany, Zakowski, Tonchenko. And I will not be showing you all the game. Yes, you see that black is doing great, and if Alexander Donchenko would have win this game, then Germany would win the match. And you see that he did not manage to find the strongest, but later on, anyway, position was completely winning for him. Queen e3, knight f4 would have been stronger, but takes, and here opponent doesn't find the best moves because of time trouble, I guess. And now black is being better again. Yes, playable position. White is having chances for a draw. And eventually they crossed time control, where black is being slightly better. And later on we can see that it is already 1.5 for black. And even 2.4 and 3. Yes, why not g5? Hard to say. Again, they are in time trouble. It does look completely winning for black, and at least very safe for black, but something went wrong here. King e3, very important move. King f2. Yes, already black should play something like bishop f6, and then after d8 takes and g5 with the idea to go g4. And anyway, black is doing fine. And g5. And now after knight e5, surprisingly, white is threatening knight g6 checkmate. Check king e1, and again d8 threat is there, and if bishop goes to 7, knight g6 comes. and d8 and queen d5, queen f5, and here Alexander Donchenko resigned. It's very, very painful game for him, and it was even painful for me as a spectator to see he was so close to win, and later on he was having safe position all the time, but one inaccuracy, one mistake, and he lost the game. Thank you very much, dear friends, for your attention. Please leave your comments and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you soon.